Hi, this is Carrie from the Alliance of Professional Women and Alliance Foundation, and we are here today continuing our video series interviewing our sponsor for the 25th Anniversary Alliance Foundation Gala. And today I'm excited to be here with Melinda Harper of Harper Hofer. And there's a couple reasons I'm excited to be here with Melinda. Number one, she's been a sponsor of the Alliance Foundation events from the beginning. But the other reason is that she is a founding member of the Alliance, and I want Melinda to tell us a little bit about that. Melinda?
Well, it was a very exciting time when the Alliance was formed. I came back from San Francisco having attended a group meeting in California that included a number of professions, and I said, we have to do that here, and approached the Women's Bar, and the current president at the time was Leslie Lawson, and she and I put this thing together, and we were going to just do a dinner. And so many people came to the dinner and said, you have to do something else. It can't just be once a year. And so that's when we started really putting the Alliance as it sort of looks like today, although it's grown wildly beyond what I had anticipated.
And so tell me a little bit about what it looked like in the beginning. Did you do networking luncheons? Did you do evening events?
You know, we had the dinner, and every year we had a really big dinner that raised a lot of money, and we used that for funding, and we used it for networking events. We were not as organized in the first couple of years. I mean, the dinner was the big thing, and we planned for that every year, and then there was a lot of setting up expectations for the future. You know, who should be members? How should they join? Was it a selling organization? Was it a networking organization? What would it look like? And so a lot of time was spent on that in the first years. And we had a board that there was a member of every profession that was interested was on that board. So we talked and talked and talked until finally the Alliance came into being. The foundation came into being after it was no longer on the board or involved, and it was the kind of activity that I just thought was fabulous for this organization to take that on. So to see what that one dinner turned into has just been amazing, just amazing.
And I think it's a testament to all of your organizational skills that this organization is still around today.
Well, I don't know. We set a lot of things in place, but the people that came after me, the president right after me was Margaret Toll, Peggy Toll, and you know, she did a wonderful job, and KK Duvivier was the president, I think, after her, and people were so committed to the organization. I mean, if you look back in the time when it was started, there really were not a lot of networking opportunities for women. And the Colorado Society of CPAs, there were very few women involved at all. And so at one point there was actually a women's organization of CPAs, which I belonged to, and I was involved with the foundation of that as well. And at some point, because of the Alliance and things like it, I told them they needed to close the women-only CPA thing and come into the network. And eventually that's what happened. But it was really necessary. There just weren't places for women to go and really network. And it wasn't that we were excluding men. It was that we were training women to be out there networking and doing what they do best. And it worked.
And I think that from what I hear from our members today, that feeling is still there, that feeling of camaraderie and a place for women to thrive. And that leads me to introduce the girl sitting next to you, Gretchen Moore. Gretchen is one of, we'll call her a new generation compared to Melinda being around from the beginning. Gretchen, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you found the organization and kind of what it means to you?
Well, I came to know the APW, not the Alliance, through Harper Hofer, actually, and got involved, I think, through one of the monthly networking luncheons, and then participated in the holiday gift wrap. And that kind of like sealed the deal for me. I really enjoyed that opportunity to get out and network, but in a no pressure zone. Everyone was really relaxed and hanging out. And I think at that time it was still a potluck So everyone had brought a dish, and I think that's since changed. I haven't been able to make the last couple, but it was really fun to get together in a different type of setting that really had nothing to do with work or what we were doing, just kind of relax and hang out and talk with other women.
So we offer the opportunity for every woman in the firm to be a member of the Alliance if they want to, and if they have time to. In different stages of their lives, they have more or less time. Gretchen now has 2 small children, so that's changed her life a little bit. So, but I feel so good about supporting it for the reasons that you described, about the feeling that's still there and what Gretchen described as well.
And I think that's great that the feeling that you had when you started the organization is what Gretchen is still getting from being a member. And Gretchen, you mentioned the holiday gift drive, and I know you've also participated in our Girls on the Run, where we volunteer to help the young girls run a 5K. And so that's with our Alliance Foundation Outreach Committee, and that is one of the one of the parts of the organization that is benefited by our yearly fundraiser and the philanthropy of the Alliance. And so tell me a little bit, Melinda, about how you feel about the foundation portion, because I know that started after the Alliance was founded, and it was a good probably 10 years afterwards, but it's been going for 25 years now.
Yeah.
And just tell me a little bit about what you think about that.
Well, I thought it was fabulous. And one of my partners at the time was very involved in the foundation as it started, Shari Lutz. And I felt great about it. I thought, this is amazing that all these fabulous women have taken this really small organization to this level. So it's one of the things I'm really proudest of in my life, was this effort that turned into what it is.
Well, we are glad that you are still involved, and we thank you so much for your sponsorship again for this year's gala. And I understand, Gretchen, you'll be attending the gala?
Yes, I will be.
Well, good. I'll look forward to seeing you there. And if you want to get tickets for the gala, the registration is still open, and you'll see a link on this Facebook page for that. Thanks so much, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Carrie.